Hey gang, John Covington here. Before we get going, if you would subscribe and like to our video channel, that would just be fantastic. Been a long time, so I have a lot of catching up to do. So just want to brief update date. Last year around February, again, we were at 5 people in our Unity group. We're at 23 now that attend regularly. And then we have another 11 that are in and out. So we're almost 7 times the size that we were this time last year, which is pretty neat. A very, very um, diverse group. We even have the president of the local SCLC chapter attending here, and he's an active participant. He's one of the 23 that show up regularly. Uh, we have already had 2 community unity events, and we have one scheduled for June the 23rd on West End, and then we have another one tentatively scheduled for August the 23rd, which would be our first one on the east side of town. Um, the And then we also are going to be having a service project in the first part of May, and we're going to be partnering with Your Real Next Step, working with a group of marginalized kids over at Matthews Elementary School off Rice Mine Road. So we're looking forward to that. Um, we've had some really interesting new members and discussed new topics. One of the guys that has joined is an executive with a large company. I can't mention their name or him, or else that'd just be bad. And his organization has been forced to go under training of critical race theory, and predictably, it has done nothing but alienate those people that are in the class to the point where there's basically it's fear in the workplace. You know, this particular guy, I know him, and I sort of feel sorry for the guy because it's just a very uncomfortable situation for him and his coworkers. Um, Last week we talked about actually yesterday we had our meeting, and we talked about the role of government. That was an interesting discussion in racism. And other than you need to have laws that are in alignment with freedom and liberty for all and equal opportunities. Um, the topic sort of went not so much on government, but on politicians. And we actually have one elected official in our group, and the politicians did not come out well in the discussion. And the consensus was they really their priorities, for the most part, are number one for themselves, number two for people that are in their own specific political party, and a distant third would be the citizens. So the consensus was if we're looking to our politicians for help in racial harmony, we're barking up the wrong tree. And so, again, the church needs to take the leadership in this role, and that's what we hope that our efforts will be part of a much larger effort to do just that. One of the things that we're encouraged with is we're starting to seem to begin to develop an alliance with Northport Baptist Church. We've already met over there once. We have 3 of their members, 2 of which are deacons that are regular attendees at our group. And during the break between semesters, and our group never takes a break, but during the break between semesters, we plan on meeting at North Port Baptist Church, and hopefully over the summer, we'll in getting ready for the fall, we'll be able to develop some some programs that will involve a much more active participation on their part, and we're sort of excited about that, about the possibilities there. Last thing is one of our members is a guest columnist for the Tuscaloosa News. He has an article called The Port Rail. His name's Larry Clayton, every other week. And last Sunday, which is Easter, he wrote an article on the University of Alabama's use of critical race theory. And in Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday, He's going to write an article about our Unity group and an alternate approach to dealing with issues of racism. So anyway, that's a lot of news for a relatively short period of time. If you live in the Tuscaloosa area, we'd love to have you join our group. This is an all men's group, and we meet at Wednesday mornings, 7 o'clock at Church of the Highlands. So hope all is going well, and talk to you next week.